calling all nerds. All nerds, report to the front desk. You are in need of assignment. Since I got kicked out of that other clan earlier, I figured, you know what? I'm going to take it upon myself to make my own clan where I can't be kicked out of it, and even if there's no one else, I can at least know that it's the clan for me. All by my solitary. Solidarity, I think, is the actual grammar there. Solidarity, solitary. Solitary would be like when you're talking in the context of someone else. Or like, I don't know. I wonder why we don't use solitary for a self-explanation sort of thing. I mean, you could say like, I was in solitary confinement, but you don't say I'm in solitary. You say I'm in solidarity or whatever. I don't know. English doesn't make sense to me sometimes. Where did the D come from in the word? Sorry, I'm trying to... I thought I had queued for matchmaking before I started my stream. I don't know if it glitched.
They're commencing the operation. Let's roll.
Yeah, exactly. I had just barely done that before I started my stream, and I was like, wait, why didn't it show up?
Mutants have kidnapped some of the New Freedom passengers. Search every inch of that bunker for the missing. If they're still alive, get them out of there. I can only imagine what they're doing to them down there.
Oh my word, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Mutants ahead. Take them down.
I don't think I've ever done instance through co-op quick match. That wasn't Liberate the Lost. Yet. That guy's going down.
Wow. That can't be good.
I gotcha. I'm gonna have 1,000 reses by the end of this.
Warning. Activating security sentry guns.
You kidding me? Shut them down! That's not good.
I'm down.
Alert. Unauthorized entry in Sector 5. Reinforcements requested. Alert. Unauthorized entry in Sector 5. Reinforcements
Would that be
requested.
better than the selector?
We have to shut down the alarm or these guys will keep coming. There's a security console nearby. There's the security console.
Get the intruders!
the security system, but this will take a little time to shut it down. The first level of security files are erased. There's a few more to get. Almost there. Just need to locate a few more programs. Got it. All security protocol files are removed. Great work. Now let's keep searching for survivors. Do you hear that? Some of the missing are still alive. We have to help them.
Christ, they're leeching our adrenaline.
Oh shit. Every single time.
They've already killed at least 50 of us.
These guys are monsters. They're trying to make Adreno, but they don't know what they're doing.
I'm Sergeant Nunez with the New Freedom. These freaks are trying to slow the deterioration of their bodies by draining our adrenal glands. We need to destroy their adrenal drug supplies.
Where am I going? Such a freaking nerd, dude.
Here comes the ugly sons of bitches!
I don't know why he was following me. I'm the retard. I think I only hit the fat guy. I was expecting it to hit the roof and bounce down, but I didn't throw it high enough.
Canisters are filled with adreno. Destroy it all.
Why does it sound like there's a rave like 1,000 yards away? What the music just sounds like sometimes. It just sounds like you're hearing a rave from like 3 buildings over. 'Cause it's like weirdly muffled.
The Adreno is useless now.
And because it's trying to be like sci-fi, it's like techno-y. Oh my god.
That stash is wrecked. That's the end of that one.
These people are in shock. I'll stay here with them. The Piercer is the mutant in charge. Big bastard bioman mutant. They'll do whatever he says. He needs to be stopped, but be careful. He's an adreno junkie.
Activating security sentry guns.
Some sentry guns are still active. Turn them off.
Holy crap, this thing actually has such terrible recoil on it. this.
Come with me. I'm taking you to Piercer. No, please. My legs are numb. I can't move.
Hey, I need to turn up my text to voice because she just sounds so muffled. Is it my TV that's fucked up?
What's all this
Is the better question. Hey Ricky, what's up, man? Your internet being any better today?
Powered up.
I'm not a sharpshooter. I don't know why I'm using a gun like that. It's like I don't know myself. Gotta chickadee check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Check yourself. Chickadee chickadee. I wonder who is the first
Doesn't
actual
seem like
person.
it, but I hope it will soon.
Wait, what the hell? There's a intel there. I'm sorry. You like made the same character that my friend Hyro did. It looks like a shitty Lilith from Borderlands. It's like someone tried to make Lilith in Source Filmmaker and fucked up the face. So, nice glasses, bro. Bro.
Stop acting like a moron.
Why doesn't my character ever
How's it
make
going,
any?
man?
Never make any voice. He has a nice voice. Oh yeah, I got the dance fever. Even for a nauseating, skippy dance. How's this? Is this doing it for you? Is this doing it for you?
I find you to be quite annoying. You're not my friend.
At least his character's honest. Thank jeez.
Are you afraid? Then we must drain your
And stabbed.
This one's dry. Who's next?
I'm gonna give you a duck face. Push my lips out far. Sexy blue man. Nerd, get fucking whacked on. Just jerked off. Wait, what? No, you whack him off. No, that's not how it goes either. You're gonna give him a lick. A licking that keeps on ticking, because that's also totally right?
Look out! The Adreno is energized now.
Another porter? Tell me that you love me. It's gonna take a whole... It's gonna take more than that! I was trying to do the impersonation of Jack's Salvador voice, or Salvador's Jack voice in Borderlands 2. It'll take more than that. Look at me. I'm giving you a fucking patty whack.
LOLOK and I love you LOL.
Whack me off. I do the whacking. And it keeps on attacking. Nerd. Nerd. Spend all your bullets on me. Just frickin' gun me down, boy. You wish you had the power. Fight the power. Huh, nerd? Don't aim at them. Aim at me, nerd.
I need more. Need more.
He's overdosing. His heart will give out if we can hold him off.
Oh, you nerd?
Think it sounds just like some LOL.
Come on, nerd. Can't touch this. No, can't touch this. So he gives up. And he's gone.
The EMC.
EMC. Budget. No chest. Or I should say no art key. Bap. Why does my girl character not make... Going mobile. What are you on about, man? What are you on about? God damn it, my character doesn't ever make noise. I hate it. My other character makes all the noise. Hold on, I'm curious.
What will live and what will die?
That's right!
Why? Why does he work?
That's right! Yo.
Yo.
Yo. That's how it's done!
That's how it's done! I should have used this character. Represents me perfectly. Lunatic! That's how it's done! Going mobile. The character voices are pretty weak in this game, but I do love...
For anything.
Oh, she said something.
That was great! Woohoo!
Yay! My character's speaking stuff now.
Hey, friend. Yeah!
That sounds like a... That sounds like the fucking That sounded like Sonic for a second. Was that Sonic?
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, right. Is that a female?
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, there we go.
Look what the cat track did.
That's female. How is her voice so different? What the? It's like 3 different voice actors.
That's what I'm talking about.
That hurts. How different. Like, that's... I can't even call that bad acting. If anything, that's good acting, but it shouldn't be that voice. The every woman. I guess it is literally every woman. What the fuck?
Yeah, baby!
Alright, she's the Brooklyn character.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
Shake it, baby!
Awesome! How's it going?
That's how it's done! This is the one that always sounds bored. It's the one I think that says going mobile.
LOL.
Hoorah!
Fuck, I keep doing that.
Defiance!
Wow, what a good call out. Defiance.
Saddle up.
Nope, not her. Which one is it then?
Hey.
Oh, it's this one. Oh, she didn't say anything. Is she glitched?
All right.
This is the voice that's supposed to say, going mobile. Why you no say going mobile? Is it because I've spawned something in too close proximity? God damn it. We'll never get to hear that shitty voice line. I used to hear it all the time because it was my character's default voice. God damn it. Going mobile. Gotta say it like a robot, because that's what the person sounds like. Alright, anyways.
How's the violence?
How's the violence?
That's how it's done.
There we go.
That's how it's done. Yeah.
It's basically just the other guy, the same voice, but from a girl.
Yeah.
Same voice lines and stuff.
That's right.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. Killing or chilling?
Her voice line is actually better. Killing or chilling.
Yo. Killing or chilling?
That's why I said this kind of voice is what I'd imagine an older Tiny Tina to sound like. I wonder if they're gonna have the same voice actor voice act Tiny Tina, and they're gonna have her like stay young and just do like a Borderlands TV show sort of universe where it's like they don't really age, they just stay the same characters. I highly doubt that, so I'd imagine Borderlands 3 takes place significant in the future, and definitely Tiny Tina will make a return because it's one of the most loved characters. So I highly imagine she'll either have to put on a much more mature voice, because if you've ever heard Tiny Tina's voice actor actually talk, she actually has like a light voice. She doesn't sound like Tiny Tina, but she has a light pitched voice. What the hell is that? I just saw something skid across the ground outside. Like, because we have a winter storm warning around here. We're supposed to get like a foot of snow overnight. We'll see. I hope the wind doesn't get too bad. I don't want it to take out the power. They weren't talking about power outages or anything though. They said it might be possible in some localized areas, but not much. It'll mostly just be the heavy snowfall that's the dangerous part, because we just are getting the snowfall after getting rain. So that means the underneath the snow will be a sheet of ice, and then this sheet of fluffy wet snow will be on top of the ice. So it's just a frickin' skating ring. No traction to be had unless you have studded tires. Luckily, like I've said before, I don't really drive.
I'm detecting an incoming arc fall. I have high hopes for this, but let's be careful.
Nobody gets the points. If I can't have them, nobody can have them. Don't even give me the time of day to kill these. What do you want me? Yeah, come for me. I want you to come for me. I want you to die attacking my body. Because you can't kill another player. Oh, this is one of those glitched arc falls. With just a turkey loser at it. Let's go do something else. We need to do the main story, actually. I'm done complaining about that gun because no one is ever going to realize why it's bad. And I literally, if you weren't here for my stream earlier today, that clan that I was in called Legendary Guns, the owner got mad at me because he saw me complaining about the turkey gun in chat and felt I was toxic because I was complaining about a gun. And then a bunch of other people started to like talk shit to me. When like the only thing I said in regards to players was whoever uses that gun must be brainless. They must be vacuous idiots. Because there's no way you play a shooter to get enjoyment out of the shooter via not shooting stuff and instead watching shit die having done nothing to deserve it. Like, they're the type of people where if they were given the ability to hack a game, they'd hack it. Because why not? It's just like people who money glitch in GTA when I watch my friend Teddy's streams. I'm just like, why? Why do you money glitch? Like, why do you come to his stream to talk about money glitching? And it's like, Teddy doesn't even care, but it's like, for me, it annoys me. So I have to tell him, like I'm leaving, man, because I don't want to fucking be around those kinds of people.
Wow.
That kind of mentality is just so toxic. And I'm the toxic one to those people. To those people, I'm the bad guy. Those people think that somehow in their brain, using that gun is it's perfectly fine in the game. It totally doesn't cause issues with the netcode. It totally doesn't cause issues with players hating that item, therefore they have stopped playing the game. So the player base has dropped dramatically over the past week. Not only that, people who have tried to get the gun have been given a different gun because of a glitch, and they're only just barely hotfixing it tomorrow. And it's just like, I get so freaking annoyed at the people in MMOs nowadays, it's not even funny. Because their logic is, if you don't like it, don't play it. But then, like, an hour later, after I was done my stream and I was playing on my other character, Dorb, that I normally don't talk a lot in the chat with, I do all my talking in the chat with this character. So I can be like, hey, motherfucker, I'm streaming. If you actually... What the fuck was that noise, man? It sounded like a weather alert, but it came from my neighbor's house. Hold on, let me... severe weather maps real quick. Go to lightning maps. I don't use obviously there's no lightning right now, but I like using lightning maps to see where weather systems are, if that makes any sense. At least the one that I'm using has a clouds and rain radar on, so you can get a good idea of what it looks like without all the different colors that a lot of radars have. It just shows you like green, yellow, and red if it's super severe. But it just shows you the area and how it's developed. It's like the old radar. Sorry.
And hierarchy.
I had to look that up just because you never know. Where I live, you can actually get tornadoes this time of year in the winter caused by nor'easters and stuff like that. It's very, very rare, but it has happened. I call them a snow-nado because there's snow on the ground when they occur. They don't actually look like a giant white tornado. It just looks like a small little funnel spout that touches the ground for like less than 15 seconds. But the area around it our trees and our houses are not developed around here to sustain even 65-mile-per-hour plus winds. In fact, they give us severe thunderstorm warnings if the wind is going to be above 35 miles an hour. Because of how underdeveloped a lot of the structures are around here, wind can easily destroy some of the older buildings here that are built out of wood that are like 110 plus years old. Easily. A rogue stick could go through the side of that shit. The old power lines as well that are fucking 60 years old in some areas. I had a power line in my old yard before I moved that was leaning at about like 20, because you know a power line's supposed to be about 90 degrees. Of course they aren't perfectly 90, but this one was leaned so far to the side that it was actually being held partially up by the power line behind it, because it was like hanging on the edge, and you could see in the wind when it would pull it tight, and you could hear the ding 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 of the cable like getting really really tight and then loosening in the wind. And that shit always freaked me out, like it was gonna fucking just snap and you just have the live wires. Even though that's not really how it worked. It'd only be a live wire if it touched the ground. As long as it's just hanging there, it's no more dangerous than anything else with a power line. But if it touches the ground, stepping anywhere near a power line that is just dangling on the ground can give you severe electrical shock. Especially if it's wet from a thunderstorm or rain, you can be annihilated by that. A lot of people have died from crashing into a telephone pole, and they're not smart enough to just stay inside their car until the crews come by to get them out.
Everyone is checked in. We're starting the operation.
I've heard that 100 times and I'm still not used to it. When are they gonna fix that? That seems like a pretty huge oversight.
Looks like you're not the only one after the cell.
I legitimately almost spit up my drink because I had fucking forgot about it completely. And also, hey Rasan, sorry if I didn't say that already, man. You're just watching me play this really, really bad MMO anyways. It's pretty bad. If I'm 100% honest with you and I'm not trying to bullshit you like some of the other people who play this game, it's pretty bad. There's so many better MMOs that used to exist, like Asheron's Call and stuff. Even World of Warcraft. Which is the one that I played the most, but I also played Asheron's Call. I just didn't play it as much because its content wasn't quite the same as World of Warcraft. Asheron's Call you could consider Fallout 76, except the developers actually cared about it.
I didn't know this was a mode.
Just in the sense of like you start out the game and there's no like, you go to this place on the map, or map indicators for that matter. The game is just you make your own destination. Stuff was leveled in a certain area and you just went to areas where you felt confident enough in your ability to kill shit. and you do that with your friends. And there were a lot of cool different enemies in that game. And then they would release these updates which would add things to the environment. And then halfway through the development of Asheron's Call, like about a year into that game, if you never played Asheron's Call before, they had a mechanic, or not even a mechanic, it was just something they added to the game, which was this giant spike sort of thing. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like a shadow spike. And it was moving closer and closer to one of the towns, and eventually destroyed one of the towns in the game, that if you had played the game prior to that update, that town was an accessible, usable place in the game. And like the game's environment was permanently changed after that update, and it was down to what the players were capable of doing. And it was getting really, really close to one of the other major cities before the players finally took it down, and it crumbled into pieces on the mountainside near the city. And throughout the rest of the game's existence, you could always look at the landscape outside the city and see the crumbled spike, because of how the dynamic story as you played through the MMO over the years with everyone else and did the events and shit would change the game. You don't have that anymore. This game is a joke compared to some of the MMOs that used to exist. And yeah, like I always say, I've played a lot of games, and I know a lot of different stuff about a lot of different games. If you've never heard of Asheron's Call, you should probably look it up, as much as it's an outdated MMO that doesn't exist anymore. And the second game in the series sucked ass. I shouldn't even say series, because the first game is basically its own thing compared to the second game, which really screwed the pooch real bad in terms of the developers keeping people grabbed by the content, unlike the first game. Oh my god, these Xbox 360 textures hurt my face. They actually hurt my face. His beard, for instance, looks worse than some stuff that I see in World of Warcraft from 2006. The dwarves' beards looked better, actually. And yes, my character basically cannot die to these enemies, so there's like no element of challenge here at the moment. I could just stand here. They're higher level than me. Didn't you ever want to play something as glorious as this? Where there's such a lack of mechanical depth that you're just doing this. I mean, it's a shooter. If you like shooting dudes that can't really do anything back to you, it's a great game. And then you come across the guy that's slightly higher than you, who's like around 1,000, and he kills you in one bullet. But the second you're 1,000, they're a joke.
His shields are down.
I mean, look, I'm 703. Look at this. And I can just use an ability. Oh my god, I killed him. What a nerd. He died before he could be set off.
Lack of depth, LOL.
Hello? Why are you shooting at me, you whore? That's another great mechanic about this game. Look at this. She is actively shooting at me. She's even showing up as an enemy. Your gun sucks. We got him. We only have to do that 30 more times.
There's another smelter.
I just want to get to the part of the game where it actually gets cool for a little bit. I already played through this entire story before, as I've said, on Xbox 360.
Target that smelter's fuel pack.
I mean, this game even looks bad for a 360 game. It looks like something Bethesda made.
Darksiders 3 as my next game, and I really playing a lot of the Spyro Reloaded trilogy.
I'm guessing you've been doing that offline, because I ain't seen you logged on in a while. I haven't seen you logged on in like a week or so. Where are you going, bud? God damn it. Fucking gun accuracy. Get out of here. I can't die, it's just a matter of setting off those stupid cuts. This takes forever. Yes, burn me to death. Let me... Would you frickin'... Oh my god, I shot one too many bullets. Fuck a Dustin. What a boss fight, man. He's not even shooting at me anymore. Because he's like, kill me. I don't want to exist anymore.
Target that smelter's fuel pack.
Get whacked onto the ground. Yay!
His shields are down.
I had a good run and had to get ready for work, sadly, LOL.
Were you streaming it to YouTube or Twitch? Because I didn't see you on YouTube. Unless YouTube fucking unsubscribed me. Which it keeps doing that to me with a bunch of different channels. It's like, you don't want to watch these guys. Even though you sat there and typed in your chat for like fucking 20 to 30 minutes, you totally don't want to watch these guys again, do you? You want to watch some fucking shit that you haven't even clicked on before in your life.
Twitch, not YouTube.
Yeah. If you stream on Twitch, you will rarely ever see me there. Sadly, I just hate the Twitch player, dude. It's just so laggy and so
Target that
shitty.
smelter's fuel pack. His shields are down.
Uses up so much resource for just a frickin' stream player. YouTube uses about a quarter to half the resources in terms of memory and processing power for the same quality footage stream coming from a YouTube broadcast and not a Twitch one. I don't know why that is. That's just how it is for me. I would use Twitch a lot more if that wasn't the case.
There's another smelter. Get ready. are down. Target that smelter's fuel pack.
I guess I'll stream on YouTube tomorrow for a little bit.
The only bad thing about airing out on YouTube is that it creates a separate VOD for everything you stream, because there's no singular dashboard menu. But I think the accessibility of YouTube's player and its functionality vastly outweighs the Twitch player. For me specifically, that's literally the only reason. I just hate the Twitch player and Twitch chat. As much as I love a good pog chant. Let the memes continue to just be that memes. Luckily, YouTube's shitty emoticons are just shitty emoticons. And luckily, most of the people who watch my streams don't use them, so I don't have to worry about someone fucking spamming MLG Winky Face, MLG Winky Face.
On YouTube, and some streamers are really annoying.
I think I qualify as that. A really annoying streamer. Why wasn't I just doing this? Oh my nerd, stop your fucking combos. Finally.
The really popular Twitch streamers are problematic.
He's dead. I've run this moment through my head for 10 years. I always thought I'd feel...
Plus they get some weird stalkers.
You get weird stalkers everywhere you go.
I thought Aaron was the only thing left that I could consider my family, but maybe I was wrong. Thank you.
People stalked me, they'd find out I... etc. That I was actually gonna say something. Get trolled. Get put on the edge of the seat only to have the fucking Dunkachino dick slap back down out of the orbit. Excuse me. You know what is currently a really easy way to get popular on YouTube right now? Make a Why Fallout 76 is Bad video. It's an easy way to get popular on YouTube. I've seen so many new people popping up on YouTube. We have like 100 to 300,000 views on a video, and then I'll go to their channel, and their channel's average views are like a couple thousand, but just so happens that people like hearing other people talk shit about Fallout 76. So there's this weird trend going around YouTube where there's like, I don't know, like 20 different people who have made Fallout 76 is bad and this is why videos. And they're all people who you've never heard of before. I was on a chain of that earlier today, and I just had to sit and think to myself for a second, like, holy shit. Like, this one bad game subsequently got a bunch of people who were never popular because of people just wanting to hear people say it's shit, because it's shit. And it just is shit. And that's all people want to hear. I swear, I've seen one person say it's good, and the response from the comments of that person saying they actually like the game are hostile. Like, people actively, like, aggressively attack people who say it's a good game. And you know, I can fucking understand that. I hope that more and more people become that way over time. I'm glad that people are taking notice of being fucking ripped off by Bethesda. And why everyone always used to make the Bethesda joke. Because they literally are just a fucking... They are the definition of... developers. Shitty, unoriginal gameplay concepts. Poorly executed with poor graphics and a poor engine. And they somehow make millions. I wish I was that smart. Hello?
They brought some backup. Get ready.
Hello? Are you okay there? What is that sound?
want he gonna get Fallout 76 anyway.
Well, yeah, even if you were a fan of Fallout, I don't think you would have. My friend did, and he still plays it, and I'm like, I don't know how you can play that, dude. The shit, like, drops to 10 frames a second.